Oh man, oh man. Just getting up, just getting up. Good afternoon. Look at the temperature though. It is colder than a mother.
I just might be in your hood.
Fuck out of here, man. You dumbass niggas. You niggas is silly out here trying to look cute and shit, man.
I
Don't
just
play,
might
man. This
be
shit's
in your
serious, bro. Niggas wanna come and talk to me about all this dumb shit.
It's cold. It's cold. It's super cold. But man, yeah. Shout out once again. This OTR performance tool, man, best thing since sliced bread. Sliced bread. I done used that at least 4 times. You know that I didn't have to use it 4 times forcefully. I just used it 4 times. I think I only had to use it forcefully, I think twice. But using it once pays for itself. It definitely pays for itself, because if the regen gets disabled, you usually got to take it somewhere for them to hook it up. You know, that charge is $100 plus, or it's a 2-hour minimum labor, or whatever the case is. And then they got to do a force regen, clear the codes, see what's wrong with it. Then they're going to try to replace a part. You don't got the part, or if they even use the part you bring, if you know what it is, you know, you gonna end up out the shop 500,000, something like that, maybe even higher. So yeah, definitely that's all you need. Plug it up, see what's going on. You can know what's going on. You might be able to fix it and clear the codes and do a force regen and keep on stepping. I mean, it already done paid for itself 3 times over. Each time I plug it up, you know, I did a force regen on it probably twice. I didn't even have to. It was just, I don't know, understand soot low. I don't know when it does its automatic regen going down the highway all the time. So I don't know what parameters it needs for it to, you know, have that happen. So it gets up to like maybe 50%, and I plug it in and I see it, especially when it's cold like this. I'll do it myself just to have it done. That way I ain't got to worry about it being able to when it needs it if it's too cold outside. But how y'all trucks run, you know, during weather like this? And this truck, I noticed going down the highway in normal weather, you know, it being like 70, I usually run out about 150. You know, it might get up to like 160 or maybe 170. That's probably, I assume, when it's doing the regen. It don't run like Freightliners. It don't run like Freightliners. Like Freightliners, you know, if it's up to around 200 or 190, you know it's doing one. This one don't even run that hot. Unless I'm in like stop and go traffic, or I'm heavy pulling the hill or something like that. But let's get on out here. Tell you what I've been doing so far. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all watching my channel. Woo, it's cold. It is super cold. One thing I need to know, and y'all probably know this already, drain your air tanks. Drain your air tanks. On mine, I know it's not hard, but you know, when I bought the truck, and remember, I got it cash. When I bought the truck, it came like this on here. So if somebody broke the door or something like that, I'll probably replace that, get it fixed, and all I need to do is find this part in the hinge. And I protect it from any paint shop, tell them after you put it back on. You know, that ain't a big deal. But the secondary air tank is behind here. The battery box is right here. And the secondary air tank is right above it. They got a pull pin on this and a pull pin over there. And I can't get to them to drain my tanks unless I take all 6 of these bolts off, pull it off, and then I get to them. I can't get both cables this long. So I'm probably gonna make like a zip tie chain or something of that fashion, to where I can just go on the truck right here and I can see it hanging, and I can pull it down there instead of going like, you know, having to worry about taking that off. But the other problem I had was these airbags called cab air spray bags. You know, don't have to get confused with the ones on the drives, because I've tried looking up troubleshooting issues with this. Since I bought it, I didn't realize it was never sitting this high. It was never sitting this high. It never looked like this. And I was thinking maybe my air dryer is bad. I changed the cartridge filter in it like a couple days ago. I finally came to realize, I don't know if y'all can see it, that's why. This thing right here, I see it replace it. I kind of got a ghetto fix right now. And that bottom part popped off. And when it's connected to, you push it down, it raises up. Push it up, it lowers. And that's the equalizer. It's called a high control valve. You can see right here. It says, do not disconnect hose from air springs or height control valve. So I could not find that because it popped off. It was hard to find. But I got that done. And man, we've been good. We've been riding super smooth since then, you know. We've been riding super smooth. I still don't plan on getting my wheels polished from somewhere. If y'all know about wheel polishing, some places like in Texas or Tennessee or hell, even Ohio, Missouri, wherever, you know, drop them places in the comments below for those who does that often. But yeah, we sit and loaded. I ended up doing the load out of Texas, going to Oklahoma, 2-stop, and I had this issue happen while I was doing this. So I didn't drop off the second stop until I got it fixed, and I got the second stop about 5, right? So I got off at 5 o'clock on a Friday. So I never booked a reload because I didn't know how severe or how bad the issue was with the air, because I was gonna keep riding and bouncing all over the place. You know, I didn't have it wasn't holding air in the those little cab bags. So I definitely had to get that taken care of first. Now, when I did unload and look at the load board, I really didn't see nothing coming out of Oklahoma, except short stuff, or they trying to send out west, paying good. But I did a weather check, and depending on where y'all at when y'all watching this, but there's winter storms coming, or they already in effect by now. I mean, it's below freezing up here, and I'm right on the Iowa state line at this gym, this golden gym behind me. It's called the Dinner Bell Cafe. I don't know if y'all can see that sign. The Dinner Bell Cafe off of I-35, exit 106. That's where I'm at. This place got the best pancakes I ever had in the entire country, hands down. Like, I'm talking about when you put the butter and the hot syrup on it, and when you cut the pancake, you can see the bubbles rise through the pancake. Like, it tastes phenomenal. Great. That's exactly what I'm about to partake in here shortly. I'm about to give me some breakfast. Definitely about to give me some breakfast. But I'm just doing a little walk around, shouting out to y'all, hollering at y'all, see how y'all doing. I'm heading up north. It's the first trip up north in this truck. I know how the regen, the after treatment is with cold temperatures and stuff like that, but I done got a lot of work done to this truck since my last video. I bought a brand new bunk heater, an updated one. Got that installed, got that running. The idle shutdown issue, the guy didn't do it properly last time because there's an ambient air temperature that need to be changed, and then there's also a water temp that need to be changed that he didn't see last time. So all he did is change the parameters, bumped up to a much higher temperature it shouldn't reach, and before it cut off. And actually last night when I was sitting here idling for about 4 hours, it did actually cut off because it got to that temperature. So I'm still trying to figure out how this engine fan automatically kick on. I think the cruise control switch got to be on. I'm still learning about this truck every day is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I've never had a Kenworth, never drove a Kenworth. So it's set up much different to these Cascadians. I tell you that, it's much better, much better. I also did this. And if you can tell, I put a brand new airbag. The airbag had like a small hole in it. And that needs to be changed immediately. Because I don't want to have to fear of risk of it blowing. You know what I mean? And then be on the side of the road with a busted airbag. You know, airbags can take out more than just an airbag. So I definitely made sure I got that changed. It's too cold to be making mistakes. I just bumped my gums. YouTube, I bumped my gums and I didn't even hit the record button. So the last thing I said before I realized it wasn't recording is that my hands are freezing. Now they're really gonna freeze because I gotta say this again. I probably ain't gonna say it the same way I said it the first time. So yeah, the airbag definitely changed that. I also did my kingpins and tie rods, and the way I found out they were bad was when I went to Southern Tire Mart to get new steer tires. I asked them to check them out for me, and when they checked them out for me, of course they told me they're bad. The reason why I knew they was bad or had a idea why they were bad, because my previous tires on the driver's side, it had a flat spot. It had a couple flat spots, and I had 10-30 seconds in that tire when I did my inspection, and 14-30 seconds on the passenger side. So I'm like, how am I getting flat spots? Something got to be off. And when I'm going down the highway, when I hit bumps, I'm hearing more noise than usual, but that was for two reasons. And one of those two reasons was I realized the shocks on the steer axle, the bolts that holds them down at the bottom, they were loose. They had play in them. So I tightened those up. That was the main noise. The other noise was the kingpins was worn out. So I have a guy for that. He's real quick and easy. That swapped all that out for me. Southern Tire Mart wanted to charge me $5,500. $5,500 to do that job. 10-hour labor, $5,500. That's absurd. If I was in a need to get that done or get towed, I had to get towed. I have to get towed. I get towed. But I wouldn't have known that if I didn't call my guy. I have a personal mechanic. I also have a mobile mechanic in that area. So luckily, I got it done. He's quick at it. Kingpins was $400, tie rods was $90, and he charged me $600 for labor to put them on. Had it done in under a day. Outro. So definitely keep the maintenance up on y'all trucks. I'm saying this differently. I said it so much better the first time, but it's all right, YouTube, man. I'm with y'all. I might have forgot to say something, but that's primarily what it was. So I got that. I got the airbag. The OEM was $315. Aftermarket, what I used, Road Force, was $130. So I'll probably end up getting 3 more bags just because. Just because. Definitely. The only difference between the OEM and the aftermarket is where the studs are at. But it still works just fine. It works just great. You won't even notice the difference. So I got all my air leaks fixed. I figured out my cab bags. Did my kingpins and tie rods. I tightened the shocks up. Got new steer tires. We riding. What we doing, mate? No, I'm playing. Man, I enjoy it. I watch other trucker YouTube videos a lot too, man. I do, shout out Trucker Note, I watch a lot of other YouTubers, especially if you Landstar or something like that. I mean, I'm just not out here trying to make videos or whatever and not watch nobody else's. I watch everybody else's, actually, But we in here. Definitely going up north. Drop this load off in the freezing cold. Right now I'm using the bunk heater. I think if it gets below, I'd say like 25 degrees, I'll idle the truck, wherever the case is. But for now, I'm good. Super good. Hey man, I enjoy y'all watching this video. I'm about to go in here and get some breakfast, get my stomach right, and head up this highway. So, peace in the Middle East and hair grease.